If you've been running meta ads campaigns for your own music and you've started to see some success, you might have started to wonder, okay, like what's the next step? How do I take these campaigns to the next level? How do I optimize things so that they perform even better? There's a lot of kind of entry-level advice on YouTube, and I've made a lot of that stuff myself, where it's like, here's the buttons you click to set up a campaign, and here is how to get started. But once you get started, it's helpful to have like a Spotify ads 102. In my experience, at least, there's less content on YouTube and just out in the wild about that. So in today's video, that's what I wanted to do, is just walk through my process for optimizing meta ads campaigns and the exact structure that I use for my agency clients. So if that's where you are, and if that's something that you would like to do for your own music and advertising, stick with me and let's turn around to the computer screen. I will walk through my process for optimizing your meta ads. So I put together this little presentation for you to walk through how I optimize ad campaigns for my clients and the structure that I walk through. So first, the main question I think that you have to answer is, what are you optimizing for? Obviously, the end goal of that is Spotify engagement, streams and saves on the music that you're advertising. But there's just so much data in Ads Manager that it can feel overwhelming if you just go in there without a plan. And so my plan when I go into Ads Manager is to optimize for specific things. First of all, I'm looking to make sure that nothing is messed up. And by that, I mean that I can kind of track the clicks that are coming through in Ads Manager and see that they are translating to streams and saves on the song, usually in Spotify for Artists. Two common ways I'll do this. One is to look at the countries that I'm getting clicks from in Ads Manager and make sure that those line up to some degree with the countries where I'm getting streams on the music. If I'm seeing a bunch of clicks from a country that is not showing up as a source of streams on the music, that is something that's messed up. I'm going to remove that country from my ad targeting. Similar thing with age ranges. If I'm seeing a ton of clicks from like a 65 plus age group and I am seeing no streams in my Spotify for Artists from an older audience, I'm going to pair that out of my targeting. So I'm looking for those sorts of things. Basically, I just want to be as sure as I can that the clicks I'm getting are translating through to streams. But then once I'm reasonably sure that nothing is going horribly off the rails, the next thing that I am trying to optimize for is content. I want to basically come up with a really good ad. And I think a little bit differently from other people that you will hear on this platform. And I'm not saying that my way is the ultimate way, but just in my own thinking, the most important piece of an ad campaign is the video and the music and the content. It's the ad itself. If you have a good ad, you will have most likely a good ad campaign. If you have a subpar ad, you'll have a subpar ad campaign. So I really focus when I'm optimizing on trying to come up with different content ideas, different hooks into the music, different ways I could get the video to be interesting and engaging. But I'm really just trying to drill down on, can I make the best piece of content for this ad campaign that I possibly can? Audience targeting is the thing that is left out here. I mean, I'm really not doing interest targeting at all, and I'm not doing a ton of different ad sets. I rarely even do different ad sets to different targets inside of the same campaign. Most of the time, my structure is one campaign, one ad set, one dynamic ad with 3 videos inside of it. So with that said, I want to show you this structure like in a chart version, I guess, and walk you through how I optimize for content. So here is the structure of a campaign. We're taking out the ad set because there's only one ad set in my campaigns typically. And so we'll have a campaign here targeting the song with 3 videos. It's all inside of one dynamic ad for me typically, but I'm using 3 different videos. And so when I'm optimizing for a client, my goal is to figure out which content is going to perform the best. And so to do that, I'll introduce a second campaign with a smaller part of the budget, and I will have 3 videos inside of that campaign as well. And the overall rationale of this is that I'm going to use this smaller campaign as kind of a sandbox to try different content strategies inside of. So I'll try 3 totally different videos, just test random things and see if anything in this campaign performs really well. And then if it does perform well, periodically I will try the winning ad in my test campaign in the main campaign. I was actually going to build out like a little animation in the slideshow, but it got complicated and was not looking that impressive. So I'm just going to do it manually. But let's say this campaign has been running for a couple of weeks and we're getting most of the clicks from here. This is getting a little bit of traction and this is getting almost no traction. Nobody's clicking this losing ad. So I would then remove this ad from my main campaign. I would bring the winning ad from my test campaign over here. And then I would create a totally new ad to try in my test campaign. And then I'd basically just repeat the process for the rest of my life or until I run out of money to spend spend on the ad campaign. So I'm always bringing the top performing content from my test campaign into the main part of my budget and seeing if it can beat whatever my top performing ad was there. And so the idea is that you're always just trying to beat whatever the best ad was, find one that can get an even lower cost per result, resonate with even more of the right people. And that's the general process. Super basic, but just nice to have kind of like a flow. Again, if you just go in without a plan, it's really hard to do anything strategically or do anything that will have results you can do again. So this is my plan. Test, bring the winning ad in here, remove the losing ad here, and just keep optimizing forever. And the rationale for doing things this way is that when you have that test ad set and you're getting results on an ad, then when you bring it into the main campaign, it is going to have less of a fluctuation in cost than if you're bringing in a totally new ad that you're trying. If you try totally new ads inside of the same campaign, you're typically going to spike your costs for a little bit of time while Facebook adjusts, Meta adjusts, and figures out who to show those ads to. Doing things this way is a way to keep your costs steadier and hopefully just keep your CPR lower when you're testing things. Then you're also always putting the majority of your budget toward the winning ad. So you have a winner, you're putting the main part of your budget there, and you're using a small part of your budget as a sandbox to test. So hopefully that is cost efficient and just a way to consistently drive results while you're trying different things. And then last, I just want to show you an example of this in real life. So this is a client ad account, and we're advertising 2 different songs here. And you can see here's one song. I have a test campaign and a main campaign, and I have the major part of my budget going toward this main campaign. We're spending $500 a month on this song, and I have the smaller part of my budget going toward the test campaign. And so I'm trying different creative inside of the test, and when this performs well, I bring it into the main. I look every week and I see what is the best ad. So this one is getting 315 results. So this has been the highest performing ad this month. I might filter by a different date range and see. But yeah, it looks like this ad has just been killing it lately. And so the process would be to bring that video into the main campaign, and then in the main campaign, I would look at which videos are performing well. This one only has 3 clicks, so I would get rid of that, bring the highest performing from the test into this campaign, and then backfill with a brand new video in the test campaign. So that's how the flow works in real life. So hopefully that was helpful. This is a super easy process. It doesn't have to be super complicated, but it's just a way to hopefully continue improving your results over time. And I guess at this point, I should again mention that I do run an advertising agency that can run meta ads for you. And I'll also say, as always, that it's probably in your best interest in terms of your cost to learn how to do this stuff yourself. And to that end, I have a membership where I help artists learn how to run meta ad campaigns in addition to plenty of other cool stuff. So put the link somewhere in the description of this video. But yeah, just keep experimenting with your content, keep taking it to the next level. And yeah, I hope the streams and just the fan connection follows as you market your music this year. As always, wishing you good luck, and you got this.